Good afternoon, class. It's a good day, and Merry Christmas and Thanksgiving. My name is Staff Sergeant Baskin, and I'm a member of the United States Recruiting Command Team. I'm stationed in Kansas City, Missouri, in the Granby Recruiting Station, and this is my business proposal over my station. I've been in the station for 3 years, and I'm going to identify some problems and some solutions to move forward. The objective of my business proposal is to identify the problem within Granby Recruiting Station, propose solutions, implement solutions, and then at the end, evaluate the effectiveness of the solution. Previous attempts. When I first got here, I was with a team that already had a battle rhythm going on. They already had their standards and disciplines and policies that was in place. No one checked them to see what numbers that they was doing, but we was making semi-mission, except the ones that was getting ready to leave. Now we have a new team that we have to implement some changes, and it's going to be some resistance, but we have to do it. And there are problems that we have identified, I have identified for us moving forward. We have the C-Star. The C-Star is a template that is mandatory use quarterly. This identifies the SWOT, which is the strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats of any organization, but in my case, the Granby Recruiting Station. It shows us where our friction points is and ways that we can improve for us to make mission. Going forward, October, we did not make mission. We was on for 7 active duty and 1 reserve. And out of a whole entire station that consists of 8 recruiters, we only put 1 person in out of the entire month, and that is unacceptable. But what is the problem? This is the previous C-Star for the last station, okay? The mission achievement was 63%, which isn't bad out of 100%. You have some recruiters that was trying, some only did paperwork, but for the most part, this isn't bad, okay? Appointments made was 43%. Now that's really low. So that tells someone that, okay, if 43% of the appointments made, but then we made 63%, how could that be possible? Well, it could be a numerous of reasons. The different quantitative data, it could be a grad, it could be a prior service, it could be a junior in high school, or it could be a GED holder. Those things fluctuate the appointments and the mission achievements. But this is the thing that we should be looking at. We should be looking at the floor conversion, okay? The floor conversion is 80%, and the pass the floor, meaning physical, is 83%, which is outstanding. Now, let's look at our current team. The Granby Recruiting Station obstacles or the problems within this station. Like I stated earlier, for the month of October, we wrote 0 out of 7 and 1 Army Reserve. The big picture is that because we didn't make that month's mission, we are down 32% of being year to date, which is huge because Granby Recruiting Station is one of the largest stations in Kansas City, Missouri. And bigger scheme, our station, if we don't make it, we are 10% of Kansas and Missouri's recruiting station. So it's pretty big deal. But why didn't we make it? What is the problem? We have 8 leaders in the station. Why didn't we make it? Well, I'm gonna tell you why we didn't make it. My opinion is because the lack of skills, the lack of resources, the lack of training, and the lack of guidance. Okay, because we lack those things overall, what has it impacted? We've lost members of the community because it shows that we may not know what we're talking about. We're not properly prospecting, which there are different prospecting methods such as telephone calls, face-to-face, text messages, social media. Because we lack the skills and how to properly prospect, we lose members of the community and they end up, which is another impact, going to another branch. Now, by them going to another branch, they raise the branch's satisfaction employee satisfaction, because if you're doing well, everybody's happy. You make mission so you can go fishing. All right. So, and they also raise the employee retention rates. All right, which is bad for us, because if other branches are putting people in and we not, this is why we're in the situation that we are. Okay, next. Okay, this is an example of what I was saying for its performance. This station for the month of October, 46 appointments was made for active duty. To enlist 3 personnel. Now that's a problem. If we have 8 recruiters in the station, that is an issue. Why did that happen? What resources, what lack are they? Is it a competence issue or is it a complacent issue? Okay, and that's what we have to identify. Next. This is the monthly conversion graph. It just explains the previous graph that I just showed for its percentage. When it comes to floor, we got a 32% pass on the floor rate right now, which is, we went from 80 down to 32. What is the problem? Are we properly prospecting? Are we properly interviewing? Where is the disconnect at? And that's what we will identify. Now, we've identified the issue. It's training, resource, guidance, and a little bit of leadership and competency. All right. Now, the proposed solution. What would it look like if everything was right? If we implemented these solutions that we would talk about? The goal is to make mission by all leaders within the Grandview Station by merging as a team. Now, how can you merge as a team? Because that is a problem within our station. It's by building trust, shared understanding, by understanding that our leaders trust us and that they will accept risk for us to make mission. Because everything is not perfect when it comes to any organization. But if we have trust amongst each other, then we will accomplish the mission. Okay? And that will make us an effective team. That way we can be on one accord. We must gain trust and develop relationships with external stakeholders. By us knowing what we're talking about, we being effective, we will gain trust from external stakeholders that would want to support and help us move forward to make mission. And the last thing is training, 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 training. We have to train as we fight. You must train to sustain and maintain when it comes to any type of organization. We train weekly, and that's the proposed solution, is that we have to train weekly so we can talk and fix any disconnect or resistance when it comes to building an effective team moving forward. Now, the previous problem solution, the 2 main categories with this that I want you guys to look at is the customer's importance and employee satisfaction. And why are those things important? All right, the employee satisfaction. If you're not happy at work because you don't know what you're doing, because you're not getting guidance, because you're not getting leadership, then you will not be able to drive the market or motivate individuals in our community to want to serve and want to take your place if you don't know what you're doing. And that is a problem. So, what should be implemented to fix this? After we have identified the problem, we've gathered information that you've seen from the C-Star. Now, we've analyzed possible solutions. We've compared possible solutions. Now we're going to implement possible solutions. All right. So what should be implemented? The station commander needs to be present. Your boss needs to be present. If he doesn't know what's going on, how can he know how to drive the team? What is talent management amongst the team? Who's having a problem amongst the team if he's not present? Okay. By the station commander being present, he can maximize strengths and weaknesses, identify them within the station. We will hold IPR, which is in process and review, every single morning. And what this is going to do, this is going to strengthen communication, let everybody know what problems that we may have, what personnel that we need to push to go test, or what personnel we need to be aware of when it comes to leads or applicants. IPR will also give suggestions on what areas or markets or segmentation groups or where is our target market at for us to properly prospect, and what are the effective methods in that area for us prospecting. Because a lot of times it's right place, right time, and right message to accomplish this goal. All right. So provide check on learning and support by documents. Like I said earlier, training. By the station commander and the boss being present, and we all leaders, we help each other by check on learning. We make sure that we know what we're doing. We cross our T's and dot our I's. And that's how we will fix the problem for us not putting people in the Army and being an effective leader. Moving forward, by us implementing these solutions, we will go up on mission 100%. We'll make appointments 100%. And they will join because we will do a properly thorough interview and make sure that they're interested. Once we get them to the floor rate will go up to 80% and floor conversion rate will be 90% because we have identified a problem. Now, this is the big one. How will you evaluate and measure the success of an organization or the Granby Recruiting Station? Well, first I want to say that for its measuring success, it is a daily operation, okay? Getting to make mission is going to be daily. We're just not going to wake up one day and say we're going to make mission so we can go fishing. It's consistency, it is pain, and it is growth and motivation when it comes towards accomplishing the mission. So, but there are ways that we can ensure that we are moving effectively for us evaluating, okay? And the way is the increasing contacts and leads that's being generated. If we went from 1 lead or 5 leads a week that are interested to now we got, we're making 50 appointments a week, then that's how we can gauge that we are properly prospecting, everybody's fully engaged, and that we believe in the vision, the mission, and the scope. The relationship developed between not only the ones that's internal, everybody's happy, but by everybody being happy at work and in the station, because we understand what we need to do in the task at hand, customer satisfaction will definitely go up because the customers is the most important part of what we do. We are here to serve, we're serving leaders, and that's what we do. The awareness of the environment. You will be engaged in an environment because you are talking to external networks and they're keeping you updated on the changes that go. Now due to COVID-19, a lot of prospecting methods have been taken out. For example, face-to-face. A lot of relationships are changed because now we have to do them virtually, so we don't get those one-on-one experience. But by being engaged, social media, and aiming for customer satisfaction, which leads to trust and referrals, the station's morale will go up. That's how we fix the problem within the station of the lack of resources, skills, training, and being effective. I just identified the problem within the station. Now it's time to implement it. It's time to do it consistently, moving forward on a daily basis. I'm Staff Sergeant Baskin, and this completes my business proposal for the Granby Recruiting Station. If you have any questions, please contact me at tybaskin4@gmail.com, and go Lopes and go Chiefs.